Sponsors R&J Discount Liquor. We find they have the best selection of bourbons and whiskeys probably in town.
Yeah, make sure you get with Dustin in there. That guy knows his stuff. He'll always point you in the right direction, and everything they got there is always at a good price. It's at Douglas and Hillside. Anytime you need some booze, come on down to R&J's.
Jack Stacks here, and let's talk about Papa C's Barbecue. They're at Leprechauns on Fridays and Saturdays, 5:30 to 11 p.m. or until sold out. They're actually introducing some THC-infused barbecue rub.
Illegal. Appliance Nerd, if you have any trouble with your appliances, get with 316-807-7498. Having appliance trouble sucks, and buying all new equipment is no fun either. So get with Appliance Nerd, and maybe they can get you fixed up and going again.
All Out Detox has 3 great locations in Wichita. Go check them out for 2 for $10 drug tests every day. They've been in business for 15 years, so you know you can trust them. Go all in with All Out Detox. Janelle over at Suburbs and Sass is Aaron and Austin Show's official merch provider, and I've been super impressed.
I've been super impressed too. She really has awesome merch, from glasses to t-shirts to sunglasses. If you really want to get down with us, we got those for you too as well.
If you want some custom merch, go check out Janelle at Suburbs and Sass. Hit up the Aaron and Austin Show about our merch. Sacred Leaf is Wichita's favorite CBD store in town. Go check out Nikki. Tell her that the Aaron and Austin Show sent you. For the best selection of gummies and the highest possible legal THC that you can find in Wichita, go check out Sacred Leaf.
Whiskey Dick's definitely an Aaron and Austin Show favorite. Get out there anytime. They have specials every day on food and drinks. They got happy hour from 3 to 6. And how many whiskeys they got in that place, Aaron?
I think they have the most whiskeys in town. And every Monday you can do any whiskey under $25 a shot for half price.
I think there's 700 plus in that building or something like that.
Probably so. Be sure you visit the Jukebox on Seneca and Walker. They have great daily drink specials and karaoke and live music on the weekends. Go check out the Jukebox.
PK Pest Management. For all your pest control needs, get with Austin or contact 316-305-7108. And it's also fly season, so if you need that fly spray, get with me. Everybody loves Angie's Tacos, so get down to the Cowboy Inn at noon on Tuesdays, and now starting at the Shamrock Inn at 6 o'clock on Wednesdays.
On Tuesdays, you can usually find the Aaron and Austin Show hanging out at the Cowboy Inn. It's one of our favorite sponsors. Every Tuesday, they have an open mic there hosted by Jacoby Lee Winter.
So get down and check us out on Tuesday nights and check out the Cowboy Inn all the time.
Diaper Jam 2025. We don't have a whole lot of details yet, but go check it out. Every time, it's been a great night, benefiting a great cause. Lots of really good local music.
We'll probably be at Bourbon Street again this year. Get ready for Diaper Jam 2025.
Bring diapers.
Make sure you get out to 42 Below. They got 2 great locations. They're out west on Tyler and they're downtown. They got a lot of creative and local glass. They got a glass blower in the back. They got a lot going on in that building. Make sure that you get everything 42 Below.
Here, bud.
I missed it.
We're doing it.
Your headphones
We're
on.
doing it.
Oh, yeah, we're on. We're
Yeah.
live. This is the real shit.
Guys, we are super pleased on our 137 episode.
Yeah.
Jason Callahan, man.
Right?
This is an old friend of mine, man. We were in a band together for a good long time.
Yeah.
That was the first show he saw me on stage, actually. Was
Yeah.
Well, actually,
as a friend. Well, I've seen you play in O'Phil and a few other bands and known you throughout the city, but and that was the first night I met you and the first night I got to go to Temple. So got to see you guys play back. I was backstage live where you guys were doing that Temple show.
That was like almost just
4 years
3 years ago.
Yeah.
Like to the day.
Yeah, right around.
It was right as the time of the start of the podcast, or a little bit after or before. I can't remember,
Yeah, it was really close.
and so we're glad to have you on, man. You were actually on one of my as we were making the lists on. Went back and looked because I knew you were of the original 20 people I was wanting to have on the show.
Awesome.
So it took us 137 episodes to get there. But welcome to the show, man.
We're here.
Hell
Yeah,
yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
So tell the people a little bit about yourself, man.
So, no.
No. Well, no.
Best response ever.
No.
Yeah, that is. And winner.
I'm good.
Yeah, I guess we're done.
No, we can still drink, right?
Yeah. We're,
Okay.
I forgot if I milk this out, I can drink more.
Yeah.
No. I'm just a guy. I got 3 kids.
Oh, welcome to that.
Yeah. Butcher by trade, honky tonk singer songwriter. Kind of a hobby farmer. Probably sure I'm leaving something out.
Excellent butcher.
Thank you.
How old are your kids?
Oh shit. I should have been briefed with these questions.
Yeah, right. Dude, every time my doctor's office like, what's your son's birthday? I'm like, let me take a look at my tattoo.
13, 11, and 8 is what they are.
And one of the things I dug about being in a band with Jason was hearing the stories of these kids growing up. It was,
what are
beautiful.
they? Boys and girls? What do you got?
Girl, Eleanor is my oldest. McClintock is my middle. He's the boy, and then Possum is my youngest.
McClintock is
Yes.
your son's name?
Yes.
That is a cool fucking name.
It's
And McClintock takes a while to warm up to you, man. He don't like everybody right off.
right.
Really?
He's and Possum's the opposite. She's in there.
Yeah.
You know.
Right.
Yeah. She's like, hey, who are you?
She's a social one.
Yeah. She's like, hey, I just went through your truck. And,
Yeah.
Is this a 357 or a 38?
You need to renew this, and you got a brake light out.
right. Yeah. That's exactly what. But yeah, she's wild. She's the most willing to help when it comes to the labor part of things. She's still at that age, so
Yeah, dude, enjoy that as long as you can. I got a 14-year-old and an 11-year-old, so my daughter's the old one, and that's the trouble.
Dun dun.
Man, I tell you.
Yeah, and they do snarky shit. Like, look at this sticker. I'm so proud of the fact that Eleanor drew this herself, and I just told her I kind of felt like she was faking to get out of school one day, so I said, "Well, you're laying in bed sick. You can draw a logo for Callahan's Candles."
There you go.
There you go.
And she's like, "All right." And I mean, if you look at the
That looks great.
if you look at the details of the kids, it's like cutting edge anime technology.
Yeah.
And then she gets to me, and it looks like I should be baking fucking cookies in a tree
Yeah.
on South Park.
Yeah, dude, that's awesome.
She
She's
goes,
like, all right, motherfucker.
she goes, "Dad, I just ran out of motivation."
Towards the end. My clicking and pointing was over with by then.
Like, you did that on purpose. but yeah, no, it's
So, segue into the candles. That's like what's perfect little segue there. So, you guys, what sparked the let's make some fucking candles?
So I've been a butcher for a good while, and you just trim it and throw it away, beef fat. So I just was thinking about what can I do to turn that trash into treasure. You know?
Why can't I? How can we use this?
Then you
Right.
watch Fight Club one night.
Right, and then
so.
Yeah.
so yes, and that's exactly where I was going with this. It's like Fight Club. You just trim the fat off the beef and then just turn around and sell it back to them. You know,
Yeah.
through soaps and candles. The soaps is still kind of in a test phase, but I'm still the same color I've been. You know, I didn't turn a funny color.
No, he wasn't a ginger before
You
that.
didn't break out in any rashes.
Right,
or anything
right. I'm not.
crazy.
I'm not.
Are you sure that doesn't mean? You sure this doesn't turn you ginger?
It might.
No, he was ginger before.
But I might have pre-soaked enough that you can't tell.
So so beef fat works good for candles and possibly soap. How did you know that?
Soaps, yeah.
That was a traditional, actually.
Really?
Yeah, there was beef tallow candle.
Yeah, we're going backwards. And we're not. Yeah, we're going back to old school ways of technologies.
Well, anything's better than the horseshit they sell us now. So I think going back and making soap more like this is a hell of a lot more sanitary.
Yeah.
Really.
Okay. So actually, speaking of this, I learned something. There was a chemical that they made to basically wipe Agent Orange off of you, and like this chemical did a really good job of cleaning, but it wasn't very good. Right, like it wasn't good for you.
Oh,
And
yeah,
so-
probably. But if you're trying to strip Agent
Yeah.
Orange off yourself, it's
So-
probably
so
like
they've-
acetone or some shit.
They've since used this chemical in beauty bars. If it's not called soap, it's not soap. It's a beauty bar that has this bad chemical for you in it.
Really?
Yeah, and they call it a beauty bar.
It's hard,
But
I mean, it's hard to
is
test
not-
any American products
It
these
is
days.
not saponified. You know, it's not saponification that made soap. You know
What? Saponification?
Saponification.
I gotta look that
is-
one up.
It is the process into
Keep
which
this PG-13 there, son.
I think we lost three. I think we had 3 people take a stroke on that one.
NC-17.
So, saponification is where soap gets its name, and it's the process where oil
I
goes rancid and becomes.
I believe that it's a
Soapy,
real thing.
yeah.
I believe that it's a real thing. but I almost had a seizure.
I also used to make some lye soap back in the day, so I was like,
You made
I dig
soap
this.
for
I
lice?
love this. Lye soap.
That would be tiny
Lice
soap.
soap?
Lice
Yeah,
soap.
how'd
Yeah,
you
yeah,
lice
really
soap?
tiny bars. I figure if they were clean, they wouldn't fuck with people. And,
Yeah,
Right,
maybe not.
yeah.
yeah.
They keep people Lyme disease. That shit's terrible.
Clean lice is a happy lice.
That's what I think. Yeah.
Happy lice, happy wife?
Yeah.
Or no.
So
if
how
your wife
much?
has lice,
Happy
as-
lice,
so-
happy wife.
So as a butcher, you got all this beef runoff, beef fat that you got. How much of that can you take home from a butcher's a day? Like, is pounds of this shit?
Yeah. So
I mean, are like you backing your truck up and they're just like, here you go, man.
no. So it, I mean, depends on the plant, but and you know, if the customer wants their fat, we give it to them. But there's enough people that don't, and so it just depends on the week. Some people really feed their cattle well, and others do not. So
Oh, that makes sense.
you know, there's
There you go. That
There's
makes a lot of
just
sense.
in
So
there-
there's depending on what cattle you're trimming is
Yeah.
how
Ye-
much you're gonna have.
yeah, and you know the grass fed cattle. If we got a guy who brings in all grass fed stuff, so that his
the vegetarian cows.
yeah.
Like aren't they all?
They're all fed grass, but not all are grass fed.
I know that cows will eat birds. Isn't that weird? Have you guys ever seen cows eat
What?
birds? Cows will eat a bird.
They're not that quick, dude.
Straight up.
No way.
Google it. I've seen videos of about to just eat a bird right up.
They just randomly bam.
No,
like-
it's not. No, a bird just fucking around too much by a cow and they just eat it right up.
No.
A horse doesn't. A
They're
horse
just
does
not
it too.
that fast, dude.
A horse does it too. Trust me.
A horse would be that fast. Maybe,
Both
but-
of them. Why you making cows out to be all slow? They might
Did
be
you-
kind of slow. Bro.
What were you trying to find when you
Yeah, when
stumbled
you
on
found that out.
this? like
Okay,
you,
so-
you search engined cow swallows bird.
I actually saw. I just. No. I wish I was that creative. It
You were
wasn't.
hoping for
It was on another
You were
podcast, so
hoping
I
for-
can't take credit
you
for
were
it.
hoping for European porn.
Yes,
It
yes.
popped up under beefy snatch.
I was.
Beefy snack.
Well, the problem was I was 275 clicks through Pornhub and I wasn't getting off. So now I'm just typing weird shit into the search bar, hoping that I can get a little stimulation. And this is what came
I'm
out.
surprised Annie hasn't cut us off
We
already.
don't use
man.
electric.
That's why she hasn't cut us off. She needs a fucking drink. That's what it says.
But yeah, so when you're having all this beef fat, how much does it take to render down? Does it like transfer? Does it take a lot to make soap or a little? I mean, what's the process of this shit? Because it's got to be kind
So-
of weird, just like burning fat, right?
So let's
Render it.
Yeah, let's start with pork, just for fun. So you take pork fat, and then we'll run it through a grinder just to make it easier to work with.
Mhm.
But and then you put it in a big kettle and you just heat it up. And as it heats up, you cook the water out of it, and then the oil is there, and then all the connective tissues and fibers and shit. I don't know.
You take out of it.
I don't mean to get all sciencey, but
Yeah.
all the other shit.
You have to
know?
mash it like grapes and wine, like you're with your feet. No.
Well, if it wasn't 500 degrees, yeah,
Yeah.
that would suck.
You can cool it off
Feed
first.
off, yeah.
You can cool it off first.
Yeah, no, you just you scrape those off, and then that is called the crackling or the crackling, depending on
Sell that
where
shit. It's good.
where you're at. Yeah, and that's about the most. So that's the byproduct of the byproduct, and it's the most expensive part of the pork now because people love it because you can actually use it for it's equivalent to the crispies in a frying pan after you fry chicken. It's just
I gotcha.
it's the good shit, and
Wow.
so people will
Straight
buy
stuff.
that and somehow backwards logic their way into eating pure fucking fat to call it like keto friendly. So they're
I mean, it
they're
is.
backwards
It's
logicking
good- it's
their,
good
their,
fat.
their
If you
way
wrap
to
it
hell.
in kale, it's
It's good fat. It's better than. I
Well,
mean,
like
it's still
they're
good fat.
like they're using that to replace croutons on a salad
Sounds amazing.
because you're cutting bread out. And
Yeah.
it's good. Or just people fry it with hash browns or
all of a
scrambled
sudden I
eggs.
think I might be keto.
Well, I could do a carnivore diet for a while, man. I think I could.
Yeah.
Man, I gotta have pasta, bro. I gotta have
Well,
some
carnivore
pasta.
diet means you can still do. Well, you can't do pasta. That's
That's
for
what I'm
sure.
trying to say.
But you
I
can
need
do.
pasta
But you
in
can
my
do
life.
vegetables and a little bit of fruit. Not much, but because there's still so much sugar there.
There's a lot of fake ass like making zucchini spaghetti or something like that. Like that. It's not
The
it's
one,
not
the
real.
only one that
zucchini
works.
noodles,
The only one
zoodles.
that works.
False advertisement.
The only
work
one
out.
that
It's
works
not
is
real.
you can take a spaghetti squash and with a fork and put
And
that.
that ain't too bad. That ain't
That
too
one's
bad.
close.
Yeah,
That
you're
one
right.
is fucking
You're right. You're not
close. That one's close. That one's closer than fucking cauliflower mashed up trying to taste like mashed potatoes
bad. That ain't no shit.
because that shit ain't real.
Yeah, that's illegal in 4 states. I
It
think.
is.
Yeah.
I think we're pushing for it to 2 more by next. So it's just something to do with the kids. I got some fat and let's fucking do this with the kids.
So it was kind of just a science project at first, and then I thought, this would be just a neat deal. If we don't even sell any, it's a good.
Yeah.
You can use it at least and give it away and stuff.
Yeah, and they'll accidentally learn something.
And-
If they accidentally learn something, and even if they don't learn anything, I got to spend time with them. So
Yeah, right.
I've already won.
And this is very nicely packaged. I mean, I don't see any reason why a local retailer wouldn't pick some of those up from you.
And
you
it's
know?
just
What would you sell those for? $10 a piece, right?
So yeah, that'd be a $10 price point at a
yeah,
at a
that ain't
retail.
that's perfect.
Um,
And that stuff probably burns for a while too, doesn't it?
Yeah, so that'll burn for a good 20, 24, 28 hours.
Really?
Yeah, I try to burn in 4-hour increments just to if I'm like timing it to see.
You got to put them out every once in a while and not let them burn through.
Yeah, because if you
because it kind of fucks a candle up. Anybody that's had candles, you just fall asleep and wake up and that candle's just like all weird now.
or it's gone because it just burned.
Yeah.
But, like those
Yeah,
those $25 Yankee candles that you set the mood. It's like a Netflix movie. You get excited. You set the mood. You fall asleep 5 minutes into that son of a bitch, and then you wake up and your
candle's
burned out.
Yeah.
And it's like, sure wish I could have smelled that for 4 more hours.
Yeah.
You ever see those woodwick candles?
Yes,
Those are kind of like
yeah,
that to me.
and I've tried to mess with them
Burn out
and
weird.
failed epically. So
Yeah, I don't know what they do, but
they've figured it out.
So they tried to replace. They're replacing the.
the usual wick with the wood. It's like a little sliver of wood somehow.
Oh yeah, and so the
It works?
funnest part of candle making was joining like the candle makers Facebook club. I just call them candle bitches because they
You should campaign to name that. Name the
because-
group that.
Start your own group, man. Yeah.
because I'm woke.
bitches.
But it's so fun because on the first day, like I get on there and people are like, "Well, I'm using the CD14 and the LV26 wax and the 464 blend in a 10-ounce tumbler, and I'm getting good FO and hot throw and cold throw, and
Wow.
they're using all these words. And I'm like, oh fuck this! I'm not gonna make candles. This is dumb, you know.
Yeah, I didn't want this to be science.
And then so
I'm out.
so then like
A hard pass.
and then like a week later, and then you just kind of look at it and you figure out what all of it means, and it's basically everyone asking the exact same question, and all this like the same 6 people are like, you do not give us enough information to accurately tell, because there is an actual science to you're
Candles?
you're giving someone a bomb basically, but it's just a really shitty one that doesn't burn very good. It's I mean, you have to.
This is the shittiest bomb I could make. So
It's not. I tried hard to shitty this bomb up, but you think.
I made this bomb with love. It won't kill you. You're lucky.
I mean, you think it is an oil. It will burn a lot if you get it too hot too fast or stuff. So or you'll just burn a little down the middle, and all the shit will be on the side still.
Did you have some of those moments when you first started making a few candles? You're like, oh fuck.
Yeah, and so
Well,
yeah.
that's not enough fat, or
So-
not enough whatever.
So
Blow
and
up
then
a kitchen maybe?
and
or-
so the candle people, they're all using this like soy wax.
Oh, yeah.
And they're just buying the wax, and so I've kind of got a leg up on them, and so I kind of formulated this, and I add a little bit of beeswax to kind of make it more harder, and so I kind of got a good wax blend, and then I needed to find the right wick, because some of them burn hotter to make the shit burn hotter,
You got to pick the right for whatever you got.
right, and so there's a lot of.
There's a lot to this candle making.
And there's more to it.
Apparently.
Jesus, I'm exhausted.
Yeah, and so a weekend I was like, you didn't give me enough information. I was right in there with them candle bitches. I was a candle bitch. So
Are you in there shaking fat on like a video? Anybody need some of this fucking fat? I got the.
That's more the soap, isn't it? That's more the soap. The fat is for the soap.
Yeah.
the
Candles.
both.
You're
They're
okay.
they're both.
You
Yeah.
go right in that can. Who needs the good fat? I got this mother.
Yeah. So.
Slang the fat on that website. That's what I would do on that group.
So bars are refined.
Yeah, just sell the fat so they can make it.
Well,
with
and yeah, man, we're right around the corner from like the soap's good, and there's all sorts of like we're about ready to round the corner and just talk skincare, but I need to kind of figure it out. I don't want to
There's
just
a bunch to it, but
yeah. There's
I just lie a lot. Be like, this is the best skincare.
well, no, I mean, if you're keeping the brand like old school recipes, we're like holistic, you know.
I like that
Right.
part. That part about it's awesome.
Then
Right.
there's going to be like talk of lanolin, like so. You might grab some sheep sometime, you know, like
right. Well, not in public. I mean,
Yeah, well, now anybody's looking.
not on
Jesus.
this podcast.
How did you say? God, I can't believe you outed everybody at once. This will be our last show.
Yeah.
So what did you mean though by that? You can make it out of sheep's fat instead.
Well, lanolin.
What is that? What's lanolin? I don't know what that is. Sorry, I'm stupid.
That's the chemical. If you go like
It's nipple chemicals.
if you go scratch a sheep, like just loving on a sheep, you get this
Dirt.
stuff all over.
It's always
you.
dirt. I
Well,
thought.
it's no, it
a
feels like.
restraining order from the petting zoo.
Yeah, it doesn't always work out so well for me. I don't get the lanolin. I mean, I'm not
Sorry, I was raised in the country.
Maybe
Okay,
I'm standing
sorry,
on.
yeah.
Maybe I'm standing on the wrong end.
No, but your hands will feel
Lanolin is
Dirty.
oily. They'll feel oily.
Really?
Lanolin is almost like Vaseline,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
but it's a lot thicker.
Yeah.
You gotta like pick them up and squeeze it out of them. Or
Yeah, you just put a lamb in a headlock.
Squeeze that shit out of them.
No, actually, if you boil the
You
fleece,
gotta kill them.
it raises up.
You
Well,
take
I
the
mean, you
fleece
don't
off
boil
them.
the whole sheep.
We
you
take
know,
the
but
fleece
it's like-
off first.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, but that's how you make it, and it's in an oil.
Yeah, it's something like that. I think that's what you do. I think you boil the fleece and it like separates. It raises up.
It's for nipple cream.
Lanolin. Yeah, it's a thing.
No, I don't know that.
I don't.
We're learning everything.
Yeah.
Well, maybe if you're running a marathon, those marathon runners always have nipple problems.
Lanolin.
Lanolin.
Guys, lanolin.
You got to tackle
You
urination.
can buy it at Walgreens.
I've never had a marathon problem.
Yeah, me either. Not once. I've had problem with people asking me about it. I'm
Of
like,
all the marathons I've run, I've never had one problem. Yeah, it's great.
So how'd you guys meet? How'd you guys end up in a band together?
What
I
was it?
think I
Making
just,
soap or no?
Yeah,
Or was it a
like
different
soap
experience?
convention. No. It was playing music. I think you needed a bass player and like Glenn or somebody recommended me
yeah,
over there.
yeah. I think I went to one of your open jams. You were at the what was that
It
bar?
was a cowboy.
No, it was
That was at Barleycorns
Bill and
probably.
Mary's or
it was the stadium. I bet it was the
Stadium.
stadium. Yeah.
Yeah, that makes
And-
more sense.
that makes sense. Yep.
And then and yeah, we were. I was like, "You wanna?" You're like, "Yeah." That's kind of how I remember it. But you're like, "No, but I need the money." So fuck
I like
it.
money. I like money.
But yeah, that's kind of how it.
Were you always band or solo, or have you kind of tiptoed back and forth between the two?
I've tiptoed back and forth.
So
between
what
the
do you
two.
prefer?
I couldn't say one way or another. I
It's
was
nice to take the whole money home when you're solo,
a
right, Aaron?
solo.
Well, the bands just don't make as much money. I mean, we'd be a 4-piece band going out there, and there's times where we just don't make.
just don't make
You don't
money.
make it. I
you
mean,
know,
yeah.
at least if I don't make shit by myself, it's
Well, you got to
but-
look at three sad faces
Yeah,
who
or-
are eating pickles off of a buffet.
Well, the weird thing in Wichita is that like a band is like $400,
right.
you know, and then like your solo act, you can get about 150 to 250,
or
sometimes more. Yeah,
well, and yeah, you don't have to. I've never understood
many
the
hours?
logic in that.
there is no logic in it. It's just Wichita. There's a weird
Well,
thing
yeah,
here, dude.
because right outside city limits, that
that goes away.
that shit stays at the
Yeah,
city limit.
they're like, I don't know what you guys are doing in Wichita, but keep it there. Like,
Yeah.
we don't want that shit anywhere else. You know?
Yeah. So, but yeah, it's not so much of the splitting the money. It's everything I need to play a show by myself fits in the back of a Subaru. I gotta haul
you gotta worry about nothing.
I gotta haul a trailer if I'm taking a whole band full of drums and amps and instruments, and so then your mileage is shot to shit. I mean, there's just overhead in a band.
Yeah,
so,
that's a lot.
So
hotel rooms if you're going anywhere.
Hotel rooms, drink tabs, meals.
Yeah.
Just
bail money.
and just hoping that, I mean, honestly, all that is like entered in, and you guys both know that those are all expenses. But then you got to like make sure that, God, can I deal with these people for fucking
right? Yeah,
for fucking
There's
however
that.
long.
There
he
is
plays
that.
bass damn good for 2 hours, but then there's that other 22 hours you got to hang out with him. So,
And he's not talking about me.
Not
I
him,
don't think.
but-
And it felt like it didn't feel personal, but hey, where it lands, it lands.
I felt it. I felt it.
And
did it get cold in here?
yeah, a little shiver.
Yeah.
But it is, and even your best friend, when you're in their fucking face for 22 hours, you can get on each other's nerves. So I mean, I always feel for a band, especially a band that doesn't have huge accommodations and a ton of money. When you're traveling in tight quarters, that takes a lot. It takes a lot of friendship and a forgivingness, and you smelling each other's farts and feet and all that shit that you got to deal with. I'm sure.
Yeah.
I mean, I've traveled with sports teams, and it's the same shit. You guys, we're right on top of each other at shitty hotels, and
Yeah.
But fortunately, we really never did any long extended tours or anything.
Right.
We,
A lot of our
we do a couple
stuff
days
was
in a run.
Thursday, Friday, Saturday.
Yeah.
Be home. We might over the road at Thursday night and Friday night. And then
that's not too bad.
no, yeah, and then
By Sunday, at least you can get the fuck away from each other.
right, and and then it's like Mr. Rogers. You take off the one vest and you put on a new
Yeah.
one, and
Go back to work, really.
Yep, you go either put on your butcher vest or your dad vest or whatever.
Yeah, man.
So what'd you start playing music? Where did that come from?
Man, there was just nothing else to do.
One pre-question before this. Are you originally from here?
Burns, Kansas.
So right around here, not far?
Yeah, North El Dorado.
Yeah.
That, and yeah, there's just a town of 100 people, just nothing going on, nothing to do. I just, about my junior year, I got a tax return of like $250 and thought, well,
Buy a guitar.
buy a guitar and an amp and
Chicks will dig it.
just learn to play.
Is it always that first?
Learn to
I think for like a 17-year-old kid, it is.
Yeah, I think.
Is it?
Yeah,
I think the entire empires that men have built have been because of that.
Really?
Yeah.
Is it
I
all
honestly
the
think
music?
so.
What was it?
Because I didn't pick up playing sports because I thought chicks would dig it. I enjoyed doing it. I didn't like. So is it always like trying to attract the other sex? I'm not.
I'm saying, man.
I'm not. But I didn't start playing football because I thought chicks would like me. I just like playing football and like playing baseball. I was good at them.
Yeah.
So it's just something you guys were good at too.
I like to
Were you-
fight,
had you-
though,
had
and there's
you-
the violence in that.
Have
or
you
the-
not like? Did you sing before ever picking up that guitar? Have you already?
Yeah, I sang.
So like, where did you find your voice? Is what I mean.
I just had it. I don't know. I just always kind of had it.
Gravitated towards.
I remember singing a little solo in a kindergarten music program. Just a random deal, and it was just kind of there. I knew I could stay on pitch.
You had a little ammo in your pocket now.
Yeah.
I mean, because not everybody can sing. It's something. It's not easy. And this man can sing.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
If you guys haven't heard, check his music out. The guy can fucking sing like crazy.
Well, and also, I also think you have a great just entertainment value.
Tone too. I like his
you're-
tone a lot in his voice. He's got a good voice.
You sing well, you play well, and you entertain. You're funny when you're on stage, man. Like,
well, thank you.
just being here now, we cut up.
Yeah,
We
yeah.
have fun.
Yeah.
You can do that same thing on stage in front of a crowd
That's not easy to do.
and kind of cut it up. You know what I mean?
It's not easy.
Yeah.
It's not easy to have a crowd like this. It's when you're playing music with them.
It's and see, I think that personal like that specific thing is so much easier with as a solo show. It's a lot
Really?
more intimate. It's more because a live show with a band is decibels louder.
Oh, it is.
And so you're going like you're just screaming at people all night. You know, it's kind of thinking if you want to take a date somewhere, and
A first date at a band. Yeah, exactly.
a first date at a band, so you don't have to talk a lot. You know, or
Or vice versa. If you want to talk, that's
The-
not the place for you.
yeah, or like a movie. You
Yeah,
know, where
exactly.
you're supposed to be quiet, but if you were at a solo show, it's still that table whisper. You can, even in the middle of the song, you can say, "God damn it,
Mm-hmm.
can't believe she wore those shoes with that scarf."
That's how you whisper.
Yeah,
I figured I could get better at that. But yeah, but the more intimate shows, you're right. With you really can get away with a little bit more. And it's more of a not so in your face show, but it's still, like you said, you can really got a chance to get a hold of the crowd on those solo shows because it's just you.
yeah, and when I mess something up, I don't have to like convince the crowd that 3 people all messed up at the same time.
Yeah, you don't have to see that.
Yeah,
You don't have to see that shit behind you. Look at that.
yeah,
shit.
yeah. That's you know.
See, nobody needs that in their life.
Everybody needs
That's the what song are you fucking playing?
I'm self-conscious now. I feel like he's been disappointed in me this whole time. He's just staring at me.
That's fucking funny. So you just had the fucking music in your heart. When did you start writing original content?
So that's kind of fun.
You need a little snap.
No, I'm good. I'm gonna
Okay.
finish this and then we'll see what's up there.
Okay.
I think
Annie, you good?
so. I would say like 8 years old. I'm like rewriting like parody, like Weird Al shit. You know?
Kind of making it funny.
Yeah, like
Or already like taking it on.
yeah,
Like just making it your own.
about every single song was probably about buttholes. You know, or
Oh, yeah.
something. You just all that.
But still changing it though. Still writing.
yeah, all
That's
the
still writing, believe it or not.
all the stupid parody
Yeah.
stuff of that a immature preteen kid
Of course,
boy
of
would
course.
write.
yeah, I would still laugh to this day.
Exactly, and that was kind of, or you know, I'd always kind of try to be witty like that, or you know, it was taking someone's something and making it my own, or you know, but still, it was yeah. So that,
Yeah, I always looked forward to you and me going fishing. In the dark. That song when we played that was like that. It was like that 14-year-old boy rewriting the song, and it was hilarious.
So it's the Nitty Gritty Dirt Band's song "Fishing in the Dark." Is that the name of that song, right?
that's what we did.
And, but did you have a parody on it? What,
yeah,
it
we
was
were.
pretty good. It was pretty good.
What is it? How's it go?
I was just basically trying to fuck a girl in the dark. I mean, it's,
So what's the lyric?
it
What-
is-
so one of you gotta. You don't
I
have to
mean, there's
s-
so many.
You can
There's
speak
so
it.
many good ones.
I don't want to.
You can speak it. You can
so many
speak
good
it.
ones.
I just remember like it would be like if you end up knocked up, your kid's not mine. But yeah, it's I think it's the shock factor that makes it funny
Yeah.
because I sing the first verse the normal way,
And then now we're leading you into here it is.
and then it's if we don't, it don't matter if we sit forever and the fish don't bite, I'll tap your ass all goddamn night or something. You know, it just
Or-
and then everyone has that kind of like on. I was going for the same thing as when whoever makes all the movies.
the Dan Band is what you're about to say. Aren't it? Fucking need you more.
Yeah,
than ever.
how
Yeah.
they appear in random. They appear in random.
They're called the Dan Band. It's
Yeah.
the band.
Yeah, but
I
it's
fucking need you more
he just-
than ever.
he just
That's fucking hilarious.
he
man.
just pops
That
it.
shit's
Yeah,
hilarious.
it's like a. It's
He
like
just throws
it's
the
like
fucking in there.
It's like a nip slip of just in the right time. It's like in Fight Club where they're like just that dick pic and the
Yeah.
random
Yeah.
just boop. Just enough to where you know you've seen it, but
So
you,
that kind
you
of started.
question it.
So
yeah.
that kind of started
Is
your
that
writing.
real? I'm not going to go search it out.
Yeah, that's the
but-
thing. That's the thing.
I mean, I searched it out, but you guys did.
Yeah, I mean, you got YouTube, brother. You don't have to search it. I mean, honestly, it'll probably be on your feed later.
Yeah, it'll be there.
We don't even have to just
'cause
talk.
I
We
said
just have to
Just
fucking
'cause I
talk
said
about it.
Yeah, I know.
So, kind of just like fucking around with songs, parodying them, kind of led you to writing, huh?
Yeah.
When did you put your full like first song together?
Shoot, probably 22, 23.
Nice.
I would
Yeah.
say.
Were you playing shows before that, like doing cover stuff, and then kind of?
No, not really. Oh, kind of. It started it started. So I was living in Wichita. I just bought my first house, just kind of a repossessed shithole in the ghetto, you know.
But you moved into the big city.
Gotta love it. Gotta love them.
And
it's a leg up.
And I thought it was a safe neighborhood because there were basketball goals in the streets, you know. And that does not mean
does not mean safe neighborhood.
Does not translate to safety at all.
Yeah.
I thought if it's safe enough for all these kids to be playing in the street, it must be a good neighborhood. But no. I was just kind of there, and then I was hit open mic nights and the open jams.
So you're still doing this. You're doing the solo thing, singing and stuff.
Yeah, and then a couple guys approached me and said, "Hey, we should all do something," and just kind of did it. And so, good thing about country is you learn 4 chords and you kind of figure out.
And you're pretty close.
Well, I know all the words to this song, and I know all the words to this song, and pretty soon you just start kind of piecing together a little set list, and you just go, and then as you write one, you just start slipping them in, I guess. But I've always had the couple that you probably have those. Oh, I don't know anyone will like it, type of the.
I mean, that's every artist. Everybody's a little ashamed of their shit. I get it.
Yeah. So
I mean, it's cringy to even promote yourself. I get it.
Yeah, so you sit on it for a while, but then you just start slipping it in, and then
the smart artists do. And I tell, do what he's doing. Like in your sets, if you're even playing cover bands, slip your original content in. Get them used to that shit.
Yes, and I
as
know,
you're building your name, they'll know that you're doing that.
Get used to playing it live in front of people, guys.
And
that's
I
what
know
it is.
if, I know if
and
one person is listening to this, he's going to text me right now and be like, "Bullshit! I always tell you to play your original shit."
You got your buddy that. So
yeah.
I'm that buddy with all of everybody that comes on our show. I've always been an advocate of original music. I've loved lots of different mediums, but it was always weird to me that that music can just completely copy another artist and go play it. That's weird.
Yeah.
Like I can't just make somebody else's movie. I can't just go play somebody else's stand-up set. I like music. I can just go straight up. I can dress like them. Hell, I can name the band almost the same shit and travel around and make money off their music.
And you'll get paid more money than we get paid coming up.
Yeah,
with
I don't get that.
Set.
I've always thought that's really weird about music. So I've always.
I agree.
But I understand that playing other music probably helps you learn how to play music. But I always felt like I hoped that they would transition to playing their own. I always hope that musicians that are talented would transition to playing their own stuff.
But in a similar situation, like we
lost some lights, Annie.
That one.
They do, people do sell their screenplays to like schools redo.
Oh yeah,
the Music Man and the Broadway plays.
Yeah, 100% that.
And so I guess a movie's just a play away from being recreated
for the most part, but it's hard to.
There's a lot more that goes into that than
you just get to. I mean, any old motherfucker can just travel.
I wish they'd recreate shitty movies and try to make them better. You know what I mean? Like
they always remake the good movies.
I feel like there's always these movies that were a good concept,
and
just didn't get the love, and so they should remake those.
Right.
Don't remake my classics.
Give me one. Give me one though.
Never Ending Story is coming out in 2025.
What'd you say?
That's happening.
Oh, the Power Rangers. You guys don't even want to know. It's
Power
such
Rangers.
a sad story I learned. Do you want to learn about how sad the Power Rangers is?
I want to see the.
See, nobody cares.
It's Power Rangers. It's already been dead for 20 years.
So,
yeah, but it's a shock.
Why not? They already do that. Have you ever seen the movie Priest?
Yes.
Yeah,
with the
it's a badass movie.
It's with the it's the same dude from Legion too is in that movie.
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
Yeah, and he's like
he's also in the Da Vinci Code too, the first Da Vinci Code movie.
Yeah, he's the bad guy in the Da Vinci Code.
Yeah.
Okay, so
that's a great movie.
So there's a John Wayne movie called The Searchers.
I know that movie as well.
And so that is the same fucking movie. Like there's 100% it's the same movie. They even give it away. Like there's the scene where the girl gets stolen in The Searchers, and they like look at each other and they're like, don't say nothing. And then they all look at each other, and then
So you can
all,
play it side by side, and it's like,
yeah, you could. I'm not that smart, or don't have the time, or
Yeah.
but yeah, you could.
Or the technology.
I thought maybe you caught a video that played it, and it's like this is the same.
No,
shit.
I'm doing all this from memory. But,
Oh, this
but,
is all original exposure right here.
But yeah, if you, I mean they both like it still pans to the little girl, and then it's like 3, 2, 1, and then she just screams, and then then the Indians come and take her in the one movie, but then zombies take her in the other movie.
But same shit, different day.
Yeah, but it's the exact, and then the guy is basically I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Well, we'll let you stumble through it.
Like I forgot to say we should have added 15 minutes to this because I stutter when I get excited. But,
No, well, let's let this go. This is fun.
so they made it on the surface. They made it look like he's going to actually rescue this girl, but he's really just going to either capture her back or kill her. And
So not good
because
intentions.
he's not going to let them do with her what they want. I guess if I can't have her, no one can type
All right.
of thing. But and that's the thing on both on the movie. I mean, it's the same fucking movie.
Well, so I believe that Dances with Wolves, Last Samurai, and Avatar are all the same movie.
Well, and the
They're
Patriot,
100% too.
and the
They are
Patriot, and the Last
100%
Mohican.
same.
We can include a bunch of these movies.
Yeah. There is a
The Postman.
timeless.
The Postman.
No,
that's
there
no,
is
another
he
a
one.
nailed it on
timeless-
Last of the Mohicans because they use fucking Apache to
Yeah.
make the avatars even. They
There's-
even use Native American.
There is
language.
a timeless story of I was against these guys.
Oh, stand up for a sec. Sorry.
I got help from these people, and
Right.
now I love their people, and now I identify with their people. I am
Right.
their people.
I mean, that
There's a whole movie story.
Yeah,
there.
no, they were the
And it
enemy.
is-
Now they're not my
Yeah.
enemy. They are my friend.
They are my family.
They are my friend and my family, and I will
Right.
love
There's
them.
there's a whole movie thing there, and it's a timeless story that just many movies tell.
back to movies that they nailed and they don't need to remake is probably the first one that I can think of is Quigley Down Under, which is the same
Yeah.
thing.
What a
Same
great
vibe,
movie.
innit?
He
Yeah.
was sent down there to kill the bad guys, and then
Yeah.
he's
Hey,
like,
that-
"Fuck it, these bad guys are
That son of a
better
bitch
than
didn't
you."
get the credit he deserved as good an
Uh,
actor as he was.
Oh, he's the best.
He is a
he's
big.
like the fourth best, but
they you know why they don't use you know why he was semi blackballed from Hollywood, because by the time he got really popular, he wanted a lot of money, but the problem was he's such a huge guy, it was hard to find women that fit the screen with him and find people that fit the screen with him because he's
No
like
shit.
yeah, he's huge. Tom
Yeah,
Selleck's
that was
huge.
good.
He's big fucking dude. He's like 6'5".
No shit.
Yeah, he's like 6'5", 225. So like it's a trouble. Like that's why when you meet most people
So
from
that
Hollywood,
mustache was substantial.
that's why when you
Yeah.
It
meet,
was like a.
that's why when you meet most people from
that
Hollywood, they're
mustache
small.
looks big on a normal
They're
guy.
small.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Think
They're
of his
small.
big ass
Like,
head.
Tom Selleck was a big some bitch. Like he was a big dude. Like there's few. If you look across the actors, there's very few guys that are that they have to be incredible actors to be
Okay.
like 6'2" and above.
Favorite actor.
Favorite actor of all time, man, probably Denzel. Man,
I'm gonna go Gary Oldman.
that's Philip Seymour Hoffman too. For me, is right
Yeah.
there. So, but it's hard. It's tough.
Man, I like Jack Nicholson.
Jack Nicholson.
Me too,
Yeah.
man.
No.
He even was great in shit that people don't even remember. Like
And I like John Wayne movies.
Well,
But-
your
but
son
John-
is named McClintock.
John Wayne isn't
yeah.
the best actor. You
he's
know?
not. He's a
Is-
great persona and a
Right.
great American icon.
That's like saying my favorite actor is Vin Diesel because
Yeah.
it's fucking not.
No, Van
Nobody's-
Diesel's quite a bit better actor than fucking even John Wayne.
He's,
Lee's favorite actor? No, not Nicholas. He's
I-
not the worst. There's worse than him. There's some. Bill Paxton was really bad, and people gave him a lot of credit. Bill Paxton was really bad actor.
like the Garth Brooks of actors.
He was so bad,
Or the Chris Gaines of actors.
dude. If you go back and like him in Weird Science, him and like Twister, go back and really watch the first Twister guys. Like he's not good in it.
There's a whole new there's a whole new series in it, like Twisters.
And he's even in Tombstone, and he's just like, get them wide before they get you. He's not good in that even.
He's the.
He's the worst. He's the worst.
I was gonna say he's the Andy Dick of that because Andy Dick is also just randomly showing up fucking everywhere.
Okay, can I change my answer to Andy Dick? Maybe is the worst. I forgot about Andy Dick. He may be the worst actor.
Oh, I didn't ask worst actor. Let's
She
go
did.
worst actor.
That's what she asked. Then that's where I came up with. Yeah, okay, so
I
that was
don't
my
hear
answer.
you. I don't
That
hear
was
you.
my answer for worst actor. You can go now.
Worst actor. Oh shit. I think Kevin Costner has played Kevin Costner in every role.
Oh,
Kevin
come
Costner's
on, though.
ever
He's been
played.
great, though, in so many movies.
Well, he's just played Kevin Costner.
So
That's
is,
fine.
so is Robert Duvall, but he's one of my favorite.
Come on.
And-
Now they're
yeah.
both in a great
Yeah.
movie called Open Range together.
Yeah, but they do that though. They do that. There's a thing to where you just play yourself.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
And
Stay in your
then-
lane.
and then you just get typecast forever to play
Stay in
yourself.
your lane a little bit.
Yeah.
kinda.
No, I don't think that's
It's,
talent. I think that's
It's
If you can
safe.
it's
It's safe.
It's
Robert
safe.
Duvall. Have you ever seen The Judge
Robert Duvall is great, and I'm.
Have you guys
I'm
ever
gonna
seen
put him
The
up there
Judge?
in my
Yes.
with Robert Downey Jr.?
Yes, that is.
Go play that scene where he's shitting himself in his bathroom. That's acting right there.
That is
You
it.
gotta shit yourself with your son. That's a moment that you can you try to recreate that moment. How hard that would be.
Let's
Have you
hope
guys
our
not seen-
podcast not get canceled.
It's the movie. His dad's sick of leukemia, and his daughter's trying to talk to him. He's trying to help his dad. His dad's sick. That's a great movie. Park.
I'll try it when I get home.
You guys haven't seen The
McClintock,
Judge?
come here. We got to do something.
You guys haven't
Yeah,
heard the. You guys haven't heard the. You guys haven't seen The Judge?
I'll look at it. I don't know.
Please, with Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall.
You need to warm up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Well, okay, so the
Midnight Rye.
Hey,
okay, so-
American Rye whiskey.
No, it's-
blended
so-
with
so
dark
here's-
port
here's-
wine.
Let's just run a minute.
here's the premise of the movie.
I want to ask. I want to ask a question.
Here's the can I say something
Okay,
before that?
go ahead.
The premise of the movie's hotshot son leaves small town, becomes the best lawyer in Chicago, comes back. His mom's died. His mom has died. He's come back to help his brothers and his dad with her services and her stuff, and learns that his dad's dying of leukemia, and he's dealing with his older brother's shit, all the shit that happened in this town. Go back and watch. It's a great movie. If you haven't seen The Judge, go watch that fucking movie.
Is that? He's also.
Robert Downey Jr. and Robert Duvall should sell the movie by itself.
Yeah, it's enough said.
Yeah, yeah.
He's
you're
not
right.
even Iron Man in that movie.
He's not
still good.
He's not. He's great in everything he's in for the most part. He's come back and been great for the most part. So are we moving forward with music anywhere?
Yeah, so I'm booking shows again.
Nobody gives a shit about The
You-
Judge.
You took a big break
I did. I took a big break.
after the
Just-
Jackal show. You took a big break.
After the Jackal show, we took a little break.
Anybody who's seen a Jackal show, I feel like you need a break after that. Goddamn, I've seen them like 3 times live.
Yeah, I got a little arrested after that.
We got a little.
Well, that's where he's. I mean, there's like chainsaw guitars. There's all kinds of crazy shit at those Jackal shows.
That guy used to be my manager. Jesse James Dupree, the guy that plays the chainsaw. He
Really
used to be my manager.
seems like a talented individual.
He's
Can't wait to meet
insane,
him.
Yeah.
And so after that day, you had a little rough.
So yeah, we kind of had a tire inflator.
So as you
and-
left
Yeah,
as you left that show, you wrecked headfirst into a sheriff.
No, it wasn't like that.
no, I kind
That would have
of
been a better DUI.
I don't remember.
Oh,
I don't
no.
remember it exactly. But
All right, do you want to know what I heard?
yes, I would love.
Okay. So what I heard was that you had veered off into a ditch, and that you, like, after veering off into a ditch, just decided, yeah, I'm just gonna sleep. Your car was on. Your wheels were turning in the ditch.
No, that ain't. Because I've seen.
Okay. Yeah.
I saw the footage.
Yeah, I'm
but-
telling you what I heard. And I don't
But,
know.
To continue
I'm
with the
saying-
hurt, it's more fun.
Yeah.
No, this is
Well,
this is
yeah.
way better.
I would
Yeah.
say this was what happened.
But also correct the story.
And
you
I was
know?
like,
No, no,
we
say
got
this-
guns, motherfucker.
Yeah, I would say like this. I got dynamite in this.
no. It was something about like the cops came and you were asleep and they couldn't wake you up, so they broke your window.
That's correct.
That
Okay,
did
now
happen.
we're tipping
Okay.
on some
That
truth.
did
Now we're-
happen.
now
And-
we're on Truth Island.
and,
Now the truth's
Yeah.
coming out. Shit.
yeah.
And keep
Yeah.
going,
So
keep going.
if the car
And they gave him mouth to mouth to wake him up.
but the car wasn't on. That's what you're saying. The
Uh,
car wasn't left on.
No, the car was on. I just
But
drove.
you had put it in park. The wheels weren't running.
Oh,
That-
correct.
that's the part. you're
correct.
saying.
I drove.
That's the part you're
I
saying.
feel like the reels running's more funny.
It's way. Yeah.
Well, and this is probably why I heard it that way. Okay, this is probably why I heard it that way.
Right, of course.
So I just drove a mile down the road and just.
I'm just glad you're okay first and foremost, sir.
and
First and foremost.
right. No.
I
Yeah.
haven't said that first.
straight
I'm
up,
glad you're
straight
okay.
up.
Is I was like, there's no way I'm making it home. And I was in a little bit of a, I disagreed with a lot of people toward the end of the night. So I figured it was best that I not fall asleep in front of all those people. So I just wanted to put a little room, so
Put a little distance.
Yeah, so I just
I'm just trying to put a little distance between me and my enemies.
Exactly.
Fair enough. That's a good.
That's how I would say it in court.
That's a good strategy.
That's how I would say it in court for sure.
Well, the attorney thought it best I not talk.
Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to, Your Honor, I had enemies. I was trying to put some distance between.
No, wait. So I heard about this too. The attorney might have thought it was best you don't talk because what were we saying to the cops when we got pulled over?
I don't remember.
There was something there.
Well, is there a goddamn group chat that we missed about this? How do you know all this information?
Because I was in the band that night.
Oh, okay, that makes more sense.
I was there.
Okay.
Right.
That makes more sense.
And
I thought you had maybe a bug on him or something.
And so once this happened, the rest of us are kind of like, oh my God, what the fuck happened? You're like,
oh, okay.
Shit.
And you're kind of hoping he's okay first and foremost. Yeah.
And we're just kind of like, what?
So
the fuck happened?
So what happened was, and I don't quite remember this part, but I saw this part on the.
So you got a cop to it.
Yeah. I got dash cam footage.
So I technically did this.
So
damn it, it's right there.
Yeah.
So I was pulled over. I just pulled over to sleep, and then they saw me there. I left my car running.
Did you pick a good spot to sleep?
A dirt road next to a Milo field on both sides. I mean,
that's better than
that was pretty good.
It's better than like the median right outside at 111.
Right? No, it's
I feel like you weren't doing too bad.
Yeah,
fair. Fair spot.
and then apparently when they knocked on my window, I saw them and I just thought, oh well, fuck, I'm not pulled over enough, so I'll just pull over a little further. So I pulled over further and then went back to sleep.
And ran over a cop at that point.
No,
Okay.
No, but was
Coulda got out of
definitely
it.
now driving.
Now I was definitely driving. Up to then, I
Yeah.
could have
Up till then, you could have said whatever you
they
said.
got
They could
you.
have. They put me there and
Oh,
just
they got you.
or
Yeah.
something. But
because,
dickhead cops, though.
Damn it!
But-
I didn't know that part.
Well, if
So-
you'd have had your pants on, probably this would have went easier.
so right, and then
or
so,
pants off, it could have gone easier.
That's what I'm saying. I think it's
Depending
good
on the
pants.
cops.
Pants
so
on, pants off.
it's this guy fucking loved his job. But
Dude, cops that love your jobs, fuck off, guys. Come on.
Get outta
and
here.
so then at that point I just fell back asleep and then they're like, I will break his window, and so they broke my window and got me up, and so this
That's
is
some
kind of
aggressive shit.
this is kind of when I wake up
It was.
and I'm just waking up wrestling, because
Swinging.
yeah, kind of. I mean, I'm just
Well, you just broke my fucking window to wake me up.
well, and they're
You
dragging
hit
me
him
out
in
of
his
the car.
mustache?
God damn it,
And-
you know.
Did he have a
And
little mustache on him?
this was all like first responders and EMTs and stuff.
Oh, okay,
'cause
so
they-
you're swinging on
'cause
like
they were-
fucking little dudes.
They thought you might have been dead, man.
Yeah,
Hey,
they
you,
used-
You were non-responsive to a knock on the window.
right. so
That's
they-
how they sell.
they had
Come
their-
on,
sure
but break my window there?
Well, hey, I'm just telling you how they
So-
look at
Is
it.
that how they
That's how
operate?
they go.
Is that
Yeah,
how
if,
they
you,
operate?
if I was
how they
having a
go.
diabetes thing or they needed to give me an
Exactly
insulin
right.
shot
Exactly right.
or something, they didn't know I was drunk at this point, so they just
They weren't involved in your car movement 10 feet?
well they did that, but or they suggested that, I think, but
So I thought you got woke up and moved your car.
right. I just subconsciously, I don't even remember doing that,
But you did that.
but I did
and this
that.
is all after that.
And then
So you've already moved your car.
yeah, and
So
then-
they know that you're cognizant enough to wake up and move your car a little bit. So why would they break your window?
No,
Well,
they were
I-
trapping him, man. They told him to move his car so they could get him for a DUI. That's what they did.
But why break his window after that? I still don't
Because
get
they
the window break.
can.
because I didn't
Because they can.
because I wouldn't.
How many cops do you know, man? I know.
Well, I try to know as few as possible.
man.
And
It
if you
shows,
see
it
if you
shows.
see his face, my name is Aaron Underwood.
Yeah, goddamn right. That face is Aaron Underwood right there.
But but still,
But yeah, so then it was all they had me, and then
Yeah.
it just fuck it.
Yeah,
so
just kind of went from there.
so now you had a
Damn it.
balloon animal in your car.
yeah, I just a little
Do-do-do-do-do-do.
tiki flute. That's what I hope. Daddy needs to put some air in the tires. At least,
Do you guys still want to know the Power Ranger story or no?
yeah.
Okay, so you the only one that didn't get to hear it. It's fucking sad. So you remember Power Rangers forever, right? We grew up, they're the
Yeah.
same age. So this show was bought from Japan or China or wherever it was bought from. I'm not too dumb to do
It
enough
didn't
research.
actually work in Japan. It didn't work very well.
Well, it was a show that did okay, but it was already off air. So every
Right,
every
the
single
robot like going through the city was just like so shitty and
exactly.
And then they're like
But
every time they get kicked in the chest, sparks would fly off their body.
So every time that your favorite Power Ranger was in a suit on that show had already been pre-recorded from years ago. They just took that footage and put it on the same show and added our 5 American actors to the show. So anytime they did the show, anytime they did the show with the Power Rangers showing, they already had that footage.
So all they had to do was film like the going into school, holding the
that
backpack,
part, yep.
and then,
Exactly.
and then
And
being
pre-fight, turning into before we
Oh.
turn into the. But as soon as they were in Power Rangers costumes or in the
with their mask on,
or in the big Power Ranger
Right.
robot they built.
The company that did that show sold that footage.
So there was
When the show was done,
so
they
none
sold
of them.
the footage.
So those
to
actors that we
America.
grew up watching
And-
never
yeah.
filmed. They never filmed. They never filmed a single second in the Power Rangers costumes. They didn't. The only time they were in costume was at like Comic-Cons.
and
Yeah, like where they were doing promo shit.
And-
They literally never had to film the whole entire time, guys, that we watched Power Rangers as a kid. All those 5 Power Rangers never had to film a single
never had
shot.
to wear an outfit.
Once, not once. The guy that we loved, that was the green and white Power Ranger that died recently, too young. He was a karate guy. Everybody loved him in the martial arts world because he actually had some martial arts in this. He had literally never worn the green or white Power Ranger suit unless it was a Comic-Con.
I
Because
feel
the
like
show.
I feel like you know way too much, kind of, about Power Rangers.
And I just listened to a podcast about it yesterday. That's all it is. Just listen to a
That's what it
podcast.
is? Okay.
That's it.
Okay.
That's all it's about.
I just pictured you in your basement, like doing research on Power Rangers.
I liked other shit way more, like Ninja
Big
Turtles.
sloppy
Yeah.
cows,
Well, what if you-
swallows.
Yeah.
Well, what if you
Beefy
learned that the
Snatch,
Ninja Turtles were a bunch of bullshit?
Did it swallow a swallow?
So,
Or-
did you guys know the Ninja Turtles are real, right?
Oh.
You guys know that?
Absolutely.
Yeah, buddy. They love pizza.
Yeah, they're real. The Ninja Turtles are real.
Actually, they're iguanas.
Yes.
But
Teenage
licensing.
Yeah,
Mutant
exactly.
Ninja
Fucking
Iguanas.
licensing.